solutions to the problems related to their mind without knowing what the mind is. Similarly, your mind does not have an independent existence. The energies of the chronic diseases that we suffer in our lives, everything is there embedded. This in turn lowers the level of consciousness and creates ignorance and stress. We are not even able to discriminate between what is real and what is fake. Can you find a person around you who does not have stress? We are now living in a world where even anxiety and depression are considered normal to have. People are desperately trying to find out ways and means to get rid of stress and other related mental health problems. Technology has advanced unimaginably. The influence of media in people's lives is so high that we are not even able to discriminate between what is real and what is fake. The quality of education from the point of view of personal development has degraded. It has just become cramming up of information. The mental health of people has deteriorated so much that the stress and psychosomatic health problems are on an exponential rise. A huge population across the world are suffering from anxiety, depression, insomnia, and many other mental health issues. Even developed countries like the USA have 30 to 40 percentage of adult population suffering from symptoms of insomnia. The fact is that people are trying to find solutions to the problems related to their mind without knowing what the mind is. In this video, we will be sharing some unique and very important information about the human mind and how it functions from the wisdom of Purna Guru Sri Sri Madhavacharyan, the founder of Nirvana Yoga. This is the first video of a video series on mind. Please watch this video till the end. Guruji says, mind is the most powerful weapon on the earth. Even the idea and concept of the deadliest weapons in the world today came from a human mind. If the mind is pure and stable, you will utilize its strength to do good for yourself and for others. But if it is full of selfishness, then your actions will become immoral and harmful for others and yourself. Now, let's understand what the mind is. We generally experience mind as a conglomeration of thoughts. But where do these thoughts come from? Some people believe it's from the brain. Guruji says, brain is the organ that helps in the thought process, but mind is a different entity. Thoughts arise due to the combined action of your mind and brain. Then, what is the mind? How does it exist? You might be watching this video on a device like your smartphone, tablet, or laptop, but the source of what you see or hear is not your device, right? It is being transmitted from somewhere in the form of signals, and your device captures these signals and converts it into sounds and visuals that you can experience. The device can be compared to the brain, and the signals can be compared to your mind. The signals cannot reach your device unless it is carried by waves. The waves are energy. Similarly, your mind does not have an independent existence. It exists in your soul in the form of energy. The thoughts that we experience in our conscious mind is just a small part of it, like the tip of an iceberg. The largest part of our mind is there within, that is the subconscious and the unconscious mind. Mind is constituted by the samskaras. Samskaras are the impressions of the experiences that we are subjected to in our lives. Guruji says, just like a camera captures an image in a fraction of a second, our soul captures everything happening in our lives. and these impressions exist within the soul in the form of different energies. Our experiences, both good and bad, our actions, both positive and negative, the knowledge we acquire, whether right or wrong, the energies of the chronic diseases that we suffer in our lives, everything is there embedded in our soul in the form of energy. Collectively, these samskaras are the factors that determine the energy level of a soul. Our actions that are intended for the goodness of others create positive samskaras and positive energy within, whereas those actions that one performs to cause harm for oneself or others create negative samskaras and negative karmic energies in the soul, which depletes the energy level of the soul. This in turn lowers the level of consciousness and creates ignorance and stress. You might feel that your circumstances are creating stress and preventing you from becoming happy. But in most cases, the real cause is within. The samskaras create ego, ignorance, and intense desires that leads to suffering that gradually progresses from stress to psychosomatic ailments, poor relationships, and sorrow. On the other hand, Guruji says when you do good for others, that creates positive karmic energies in the soul and you experience peace of mind and happiness. That is why the first principle of Nirvana Yoga, propounded by Purna Guru Sri Sri Madhavacharyan, is selfless service or Nishkama Karma. It manifests in your body too. Now, the modern science says when you are engaged in activities of charity wholeheartedly, your body secretes happy hormones like serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin. When we are in a human form, the soul starts acquiring these samskaras as soon as it enters the womb of a mother. That is why everything that happens around from this period of time influences the behavior, character, and mental development of a person. But Guruji says this is not a journey that started off in the present life. We are not just human beings searching for happiness. We are spiritual beings in a human form, knowingly or unknowingly in a journey to know who we are. This journey started off billions of years ago. Guruji says the first body of our soul was a single cell. It gradually evolved into multicellular organisms, then to tissue level organisms and organ level organisms, and then to organ system level organisms, from aquatic life to terrestrial life, and finally a human being. It was a complex process of evolution that took billions of years for us to become what we are now. The soul in this journey has acquired everything that it went through in the form of samskaras. Guruji says we carry the history of our evolution. All these constitutes the mind. When we are in a human form, the soul exists within as energy body and causal body. The energy body is constituted by the chakras, yoga nadis, pranas, agnis, kundalini forces, and the sahasrara region. Most of the samskaras exist within the yoga nadis, which are energy channels connected to the chakras. These channels carry the vital energy to all parts of our body. The samskaras create obstacles to the flow of energy. The yoga nadis associated with the lower chakras mostly contains the energies corresponding to negative samskaras and negative karmic energies. These are the centers of lower emotions and animal instincts. The higher chakras are the centers of higher emotions and values. People who has the mind centered in the lower chakras like the Muladhara, Swadhisthana or Manipuraga experiences mostly negative thoughts and emotions and will have a lower level of consciousness. There might be highly intellectual people, but they lack a value system to lead a higher order of life, and they are mostly selfish and stressful. Only by the purification of the samskaras and the upliftment of the mind to the higher chakras like the anahata, that is the heart chakra, and vishuddhi, that is the throat chakra, that is the seat of positive emotions like love, compassion, mercifulness, you will be able to experience positive thoughts and emotions that automatically comes from within. Guruji says, when the mind reaches the Ajna chakra, you attain the initial state of mukti or initial state of liberation. It is the first state of liberation where you get detached from the problems around that are affecting you, and you will experience freedom from these problems. This is due to the detachment of your soul from your samskaras. This is the beginning of the real spiritual journey, and from here onwards, you are in a process of eliminating the samskaras that you have acquired in all the past lives, and only through this journey you will attain peace of mind and the pure state of meditation. As Guruji says, it is the state of emptiness and noble silence within.